Hi students, welcome to the very session. My name is Preksha Sharma, your English educator at Unacademy, and I give you all a very warm welcome. Hi everybody, a very warm welcome, a very good evening to everybody right there. Today in this session, we are going to deal with one of the very important topics, and that is how to crack reading comprehension. I know a lot of you feel scared regarding this particular section because this is literally unknown to you. We have not seen this session. We can only share the tips and tricks with all of you, right? Wherein you all understand like how you need to go about it, like how what is the trick that you should follow in order to crack your reading comprehension so perfectly. So this is the right session for all of you. Kindly listen to me very nicely. Make sure you are staying tuned for the entire session and you're not going anywhere. All right. And also kindly share the link of this session with all your friends because this session is literally an important one to score 40 on 40 in term 1 this time in your English examination. All right, people. So again, I'm welcoming you all. Moving ahead, guys, I'm sure you guys know my name is Preksha Sharma and I've done Masters in English from Delhi University and I've been guiding a lot of you to be like super duper amazing in your communication skills and to score good marks in your academics as well because that's the primary motive, right? And that's what this session is going to help you all to score good marks as in like 40 out of 40 in English this time. So let's go ahead. So guys, we have got this Telegram channel, all right, which is especially for all our dear and darling students. Kindly don't miss this out because herein you will get the updates related to all the upcoming sessions. And you know this very well that we are coming up with the amazing sessions so that you guys can crack your examination the right way. The right way is really needed if you want to succeed well in your life, right? I'm sure everybody is aware of it. So moving ahead, everyone, we have got Unacademy subscription features and we are providing you all a lot of features so that you guys can excel really nicely. Okay. So what are the features, guys? First one, you all get to learn live from the comfort of your home. This is literally amazing. You all are so relaxed. You are in your comfortable position at your home. And what are you getting? You are getting the best, right, for yourself so that you can achieve the pedestal that you want in your life. Then we have got unlimited access to all the courses. So guys, I'm not only here talking about English, I'm talking about Hindi, I'm talking about maths, I'm talking about science, I'm talking about social science. So we have got everything for all of you under just one roof, okay? Then top educators of India on just one single platform. All the highly qualified teachers are here, sitting here to help you all to go through your examination so perfectly. And then we have regular doubt clearing and answer writing sessions. Doubts, they are always important, guys. Make sure that you never miss out this particular opportunity of asking a lot of doubts. You know, we have got this ask a doubt feature as well, wherein you guys can just ask us any number of doubts. Moreover, in our classes, you can load the educator with any number of doubts, and of course, you will get the best answer and the right answer. All right. Then exhaustive coverage of the syllabus. This is pretty important now. Okay, like students, you shouldn't have the aim in your life wherein you are just studying for the sake of studying or for the sake of securing marks in your life. No, that shouldn't be the motive. The motive is that you should understand the core of the subject. Like in English, if I'm gonna give you an example, you see that at times there are a lot of punctuation marks where there is like exclamation, then there is a full stop, okay, then there's a colon, there's a semicolon, then there is a long dash, then there is a small dash. So what's the purpose behind it? I am going to tell you all that in all my classes so that you guys understand what is exactly English as a subject and as a language all about. Because you should know the core, okay? Just learning from the outer is not the right way of understanding the subject clearly, okay? Moving ahead, mentorship and guidance. Definitely, we are going to mentor you. Definitely, we are going to guide you so that you get the best for yourself. Then, study material would be given in the form of PDF, of course. Practice tests would definitely be there. Live test series and the batch courses. So, guys, we would have daily practice sections for all of you. We would have weekly mock test series, live quizzes, daily MCQs, and subjective test series. Oh my God, we are providing you all a lot, right? So think wisely about it. Discuss about this with your parents or with whomsoever you want to discuss this about. Then moving to your Unacademy iconic subscription. This is pretty unique and this is so peculiar in its own way. What is the reason behind it? Herein you will find an educator, okay, who is just concentrating on you, on your doubts and whatever you are asking or whatever you need to know. right? So herein you will have a personal mentor who would guide you so perfectly. Okay, one-on-one guidance would be there, one-on-one interaction would be there, then live doubt solving sessions would be there. So whatever doubts you guys are gonna ask right there at that particular moment, all your doubts would be getting cleared so nicely. Then weekly reports would definitely be there. What are weekly reports, everybody? Weekly reports is basically, a weekly report is basically a medium wherein you will be able to analyze your performance on your own. Why? Because we'll be telling you that these are the areas in which you are doing fantastically amazing, and these are the areas you're just doing amazing, so you need to achieve that fantastically, right? So guys, for that you will have to just have the correct guidance. Then we are going to connect with their parents as well to tell them that yes, of course, the student is doing very nice. Okay, and study planner would also be there. Guys, planning is always needed if you want to succeed the right way in your life, and that's what is needed here. And all the benefits of Unacademy subscription would also be a part of your iconic subscription. So what do you see? The weightage of the benefits is more than the weightage of the amount that you're gonna be charged with. So think wisely about it. Moving ahead, guys, we have got different monthly plans. Okay, different monthly subscription plans for your plus subscription. You guys can go ahead with any plan that suits you the best, be it like 48 months or 36 months or 24 months or 18 months or 15 months or 12 months or 9 months, 6 months or 3 months. PSH10 is the code, everybody. Make use of this code because this will give you straightforward 10% discount, and discounts, they are always amazing. And of course, I'll be giving you an affirmation from my end that I am going to be there for you for the entire tenure, as in for the entire period, wherein you can just ask me any number of questions that you all are coming across with. Okay, now moving ahead, guys, coming to your Unacademy free special class features, we have got a lot of features. You have live real-time interaction using chat and emojis, ask the questions using the question tab, then live poll options for quiz would be there, and poll leaderboard, compete with your friends as well. So this is literally going to be super duper amazing for everybody right there, because special classes, like, they are literally, as the name itself suggests, they are very special. Why? Because therein you can just ask us anything that you are coming across with, any doubt that you have, like, problem in, and of course you can interact more with us therein. All right, so make sure you're definitely attending all the special classes whenever they are being scheduled. Okay, and definitely I'm going to come up with a lot of special classes, so this is important for all of you to download the app right away and make sure you're following me there. Okay, so now coming to the very topic of today's class, which is how to crack your reading comprehension. Now, guys, just stay tuned, okay? Listen to me carefully. If you have anything that's in your mind that's not clear to me, then after the session, just post your question in the comment section, and I'm definitely going to get back to you all. Alrighty, people. So, guys, reading comprehension, like, here are the tips that are coming for all of you, wherein I am going to tell you that how you really need to go through your reading comprehension. Okay, guys, before going ahead, I've told this to all of you that in English we have got a lot of topics, and all the topics, they are telling the meanings of their, like, the very meaning of the topic is literally so reflective in the topic itself, in the name of the topic itself. For example, here it says reading comprehension. Do you know what is the meaning of comprehension? If somebody is ever asking you, what do you mean by comprehension? Comprehension is basically your ability, all right, to understand. So comprehending is all about that you are understanding the meaning of a text which is given in front of you, the meaning of a reading which is given right in front of you. This is something that you should definitely understand. Now let's move ahead. So what are the tips that we need to follow? Okay, so first thing is that what exactly, like the tips and the approach that you all will keep into your mind, that how do you really need to approach the reading section. Guys, I'm sure that you are aware of the fact that in your reading section we are going to have the two passages, right? One is going to be your factual and the other is going to be your discursive. All right, so factual will contain a lot of facts, Okay, that means we will have any data and we will have certain numbers on the basis of the pie chart or any statistical data. You will have to give the answers. Okay, there would be certain number of questions. You must have seen that in the sample paper. And then discursive passage is about the passage wherein one topic would be given and it would contain a lot of paragraphs. Okay, and each paragraph could be talking about something else. I mean, it's not gonna run on one single thing. There could be like different views and the opinions regarding certain thing. I mean, the main topic could be same, but the opinions could vary or the situations could vary in the entire passage. So this is what you will have to keep in your mind in case of your reading comprehension. Now, what exactly are the tips that you should keep in your mind? The direct tips, okay? First thing, guys, I would like to tell you all, read the questions first. This is important. Like when you have got the passage right in front of you, why? Because we have got limited time. This time, you are given just 1.5 hours for your examination, wherein you have to devote your time to your writing and grammar section, then your literature section, and of course, your reading section. So reading is something that you haven't seen at all, and that is why it is like comprehension. This is something unknown, you haven't seen it, right? So you have to save your time and you have to act very smart in doing that. How are you going to do that? First thing, guys, I will suggest to all of you, read the questions first. Like you guys can read the passage also, but you know what, like we need to save time. This is what I'm telling you. So read the questions first. Why? Because this is going to give you a cut clear idea. First thing, like what exactly the given passage is all about, because somewhere you are not giving a vain reading. Okay, you are not just reading blindly. Blind reading basically means that you are reading just for the sake of reading and you're not understanding the meaning. So that's not happening at all, right? So read the questions first, because that is going to give you the idea of the entire passage so quickly. And this is what you have to keep in your mind. All right, so read the questions first. So now you know, like everything is in your mind, that the first question is demanding the reason, the second is talking about the inference, the third is talking about the justification of the title, fourth is like regarding vocabulary of this particular word. So I would have to search for this word in the given passage. At times there are hints given in the questions itself. Like for example, question number one can say what? It can say that like you will find the answer like from paragraph 2 or from paragraph 3. So then it becomes too easy for all of you. Now you know you have to just go and read paragraph 2. So that's a smart move, that you have to go ahead with the questions first. All right, do that definitely. Of course, it's an objective paper, but still read the questions first. Now, second thing is quickly skim through the passage. What does that mean? That you have to quickly glance, take a glance at the passage. You have to do it very quickly. All right, very quickly basically doesn't again mean that you have to be like very much blind in reading and you don't have to understand the meaning of the text. No, that is wrong. You must understand the meaning of the text. That is important. And when I'm saying quickly, why? Because you have already read the questions. Now you have an idea like what is the given passage is talking about. So now you have to read it like in just 5 to 7 minutes, guys. This is what you have to keep in your mind. All right, two passages would be given, like max to max just devote 7 minutes to one single passage. All right, so now just quickly go through it and keep on understanding the meaning. This is important. You should keep on understanding the meaning, because again if you are going to devote those 7 minutes in reading a passage, then that is a time waste. So quickly skim through. Okay, quickly take a glance to the quickly take a glance of the entire passage, and along with that keep understanding the meaning. That is important. All right, then the third thing I would like to tell you all, kindly use your pen or your pencil while reading. Okay, underline the sentences where you find the answers. It is very important. It is very very important, because it will keep it very exact. Okay, it will keep it to the point, and you're not even going to be distracted from your actual answer, because at times you see that the question is demanding something else, you're underlining something else. So therein it will give you an idea like whatever I have underlined, is that even correct or not. Okay, so make sure you're definitely doing this, that you're using your pen, you're using your pencil in order to underline the sentences that you find in the question paper. Okay, kindly do that, because you are already through your questions. Okay, you know what are the questions. Now, what is your idea? You have to just locate your answer. That is the actual idea. All right, then guys, don't panic, please don't do that. Okay, once you just see your reading comprehension, a lot of students they panic. Kindly don't do that. There is no need to panic about it. Okay, it's not something that is literally like rocket science. It is just going to be a piece of cake if you're following what I'm telling you all. You're not supposed to panic at all. Don't draw an outside knowledge. What does that mean? That basically mean that you're not supposed to conclude or come to any conclusion which is not a part of the given passage. For example, the given passage is talking about the importance of nature, and at the end it is saying that nature must be preserved the right way, and the humans they must be taking care of it from very smallest steps. So this is what we are concluding after we are reading the entire passage, and you are saying that the given passage is talking about the issues that are being generated by the people, okay, and that doesn't lead to the proper welfare of nature. So you're totally talking about something else. All right, so please understand this what I'm telling you all, that you're not supposed to draw an outside knowledge. Kindly don't do that. Instead focus on the content that is being given. So whatever is given to you in that particular passage, you have to focus only on that. Coming to any conclusion or inference of your own which is outside the very passage which is given to you, that's completely wrong. That is of no use. That is completely a waste. Okay, I hope that's making sense to everybody right there, right? Now, attempt the unsure questions after the known ones. This is very important, guys. Like at times, like you get the answer, like their vocabulary based questions are going to be there, inference based questions are going to be there, and title justification questions could be there. Okay. So in that, like for example, like out of 10 questions, you are sure about 8 questions. Okay. And the 2 questions, they are not really very much sure. So what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to do those 8 questions first and do the rest of the 2 questions later. Later as in after attempting all those 8 questions. So those 2 questions can be in the beginning. Okay, it can be 1, 2, it can be 4, 5, it can be 7, 8. Not necessarily that it is going to be the last 2 questions. Okay, this is what I mean. So just make sure that you're attempting the unsure questions after the known ones. Why? First, it will give you confidence. Okay, it will keep your confidence boosted. Right? Second, it will not make you nervous. Third, it will not even make you panic. Okay, so what exactly is important, that you should have that confidence while you're writing the paper. So this is one of the important things, keep that in your mind. Now next point is improve your reading speed, guys. This is something I have been reiterating in all my sessions every time whenever I taken any session regarding your like poems or your chapters or writing skills or anything or grammar. You need to improve your reading skills, guys. Like once you get into the habit of reading a lot, no, you know like how to read. For example, you're taking 7 minutes to read 300 to 450 words or 300 to 350 words. I'm taking just like 3 to 4 minutes in reading that, and I have understood it as well. How did that happen? That happened because of my reading skill and my skill to comprehend the meaning correctly. That is how you understand the reading comprehension correctly. And that is the trick, guys. Okay, so just make sure like once you are done, obviously term 1 is coming. So you must have practiced so far. But for the next term, make sure you guys are working on it. Because reading comprehension is one of the sections, guys, wherein this is so uncertain if you guys are going to get the full marks or you're gonna lose somewhere because you are not really practicing well. Like a lot of you think that reading comprehension doesn't need practice. No, it does. And it does really need a lot of practice, and for that you guys really need to work on it. Okay, so make sure you are working on your reading skill. Okay, though in your paper, in your examination, don't be in a hurry, guys. Don't panic, don't be nervous. Devote a particular amount of time in comprehending the meaning, but it has to be a brief time. Okay, do not elongate your time, do not extend your time limit. That's gonna be a time waste and you're gonna lose your mark for that. Okay, of course there is no negative marking, but by losing mark I mean that you're just wasting time, so you're not going to come to the right answer, and in that way you may just go for wrong answer, and it's your OMR sheet this time. You have to keep your mind open. All right, so fill in the answers in the OMR sheet very carefully. This is very, very important. Kindly do that for sure. All right, be sure, just check it like twice. that whatever your answer is, you're filling B in your OMR sheet. Okay, I hope that's clear to everybody. Now, moving ahead, managing time is pretty important. In your examination for your reading section, two passages are going to be there. Do not devote more than 30 minutes at all. Okay, if you can like wrap up your reading section in like 20 to 25 minutes, it's like best. Okay, but 30 minutes is more than enough. Okay, so kindly make sure that you're devoting only this much time and not more than that. All right, I hope this is understandable by everybody and you guys are taking it seriously as well. Alrighty, people. So now moving ahead. So now, guys, I am going to go through your reading section of the CBSE sample paper in order to tell you all that how you need to read it and then how you come to the right answer. Okay, so this is one of the passages which is actually your discursive passage. All right, and this is from your CBSE sample paper. So this is the discursive passage, everybody. Now, what did I tell you? We are going to follow the very tips that I shared with all of you. That I am first going to do what? I am first going to read the questions, okay? And also note here in this passage, you have got like four paragraphs here, then six, almost seven paragraphs already. And then we are being given the word limit, which is 419 words. And there's a source also given. Okay, so usually you may have the source, okay, but that's only for your practice so that you guys can just get into the habit of reading. All right, so this is the passage. I'm going to read the passage later on. First, I'm going to read the questions. Now, based on your understanding of the passage, answer any 8 out of 10 questions by choosing the correct options. That means 10 questions would be given, 8 must be answered. So there is this internal choice. So what do you see? Your internal choice would be given to all of you in your examination. Now, guys, though the answers are marked, but we are first going to look at the questions. Question number 1. According to the author, what from the beginning is the greatest lesson being taught by nature? So what exactly is the question? Question is talking about the greatest lesson being taught by nature. I read it. I'm okay. Next, select the option that suitably completes the dialogue with reference to paragraph 2. What do I get here? I come to know that the question is from paragraph 2. I now have complete clear clarity about it. What is it? J. I've done well for myself in the school. I'm the best they can. I can get admission anywhere. This is my moment. Said, congratulations. Just remember we should. So I have read the question. I know. First question talking about the lesson. Okay. Second question is talking about what? It is talking about the reference from para 2. Next question. Choose the option that best conveys the message I am because we are. So there means that herein I have to relate this sentence with one of the sentences which is there in the entire passage. Again, related to nature. Fourth question. What qualities do the birds and squirrels display when they warn others of possible danger? Choose one option from the following. Now I know this is a very contextual question. Like there is something which is given in the passage and I have to read that particular thing and then I'll be giving the correct answer. So what do you see? Like something related to birds and squirrels. All right. Now I know what is the question demanding. Next question. Select the option with the underlined words that can suitably replace lurking. That means there is a vocabulary based question and there is this word lurking somewhere. All right, and I have to look for that. All right. Now we are moving ahead to the next question. Now a portmanteau words like smog, okay, smog plus fog is a blend of words in which parts of multiple words are combined into a new word. So from the options given below, select a portmanteau word that appears in the para 6. Again, I know I have to read para 2, right? I have to read para 6, okay? So there are references. Then question 7. Select the qualities from paragraph 3 that the author wants us to imbibe. Now I have read it, like 7 questions are being read. Now 8th question, which of the following is shown by the changing of seasons? So there's something which is related to the changing of seasons. Again, what does it talk about? Somewhere nature. So that is what my passage is all about. Do you all realize that how I'm relating to it? I come to know about all these things because birds, squirrels, they are part of nature. Then I come to know lurking. Somewhere it is talking about again nature, then changing of seasons. Now, next question, question number 9. What does the writer advise in paragraph 6? So now I have to read Paragraph 3, sorry, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 6. Obviously, I have to read everything, but there are certain reference based questions. Okay, then choose the option that lists the quote best expressing the central idea of the passage. Now I know what exactly the questions are. Okay, I have read it in like 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, you can say like that. Okay, I've read all the questions. Right now, I have to do what? I have to quickly, okay, I have to quickly glance through my passage. All right, people. So we are going back to our passage and let's have a look. All right, we are going to do that immediately. And along with that, I'm going to use my pen in order to underline all the important points related to what? Related to my questions. So now, see, nature is our mother, our first teacher, okay? The greatest lesson. Now it immediately struck me that the question was talking about the greatest lesson. So the greatest lesson that she teaches us is to maintain an equilibrium in life. Equilibrium, you must understand, it means it is talking about the balance in life, right? So clear to everybody? Okay, so we learn to maintain composure through our joy, sorrows, and tears. In fact, there are 1,000 lessons that nature can teach us provided we look for them. So what do I get? First paragraph is talking about nature, that it is giving us a very greater lesson. And what is that? That we should maintain a balance in our life. Where whatever we have happiness, we have joys, or we have tears, there should be a balance. Okay, and it is also saying that we get to learn a lot of things from nature. That's it. I understood. Moving forward. Next, with time, a sapling grows into a full grown tree. Now there is this semicolon which is being given to everybody. Why? Because it is now going to give an explanation for what it just said. Okay, I told you all semicolon is used for giving the explanation. All right, something so tiny and delicate develops into a strong tree capable of supporting others. No matter how tall it grows, how much it may flourish, or how many animals and birds it may support, its roots are firmly buried from where it once rose. You know, there was a reference wherein it was talking about paragraph 2. So here I am getting a very important lesson. And what is that? That's a lesson to keep ourselves grounded, respect and embrace our roots, and give something back to those humble beginnings that nurtured us into what we are. So this is where you are understanding. I have actually underlined the bits because herein I came to know that I had to talk about, there is a question which is talking about the second para. So now I know it is talking about one of the very important things. And what is that important things? That wherever, like, no matter how big you grow in your life, like we are just putting a seed into the soil and it just grows into a big tree. So that means like the tree sustains. Why? Because its roots are strong. So what is this saying? It is saying that we should always keep ourselves grounded. That means like from where we begin our journey, we should not forget that place or the people who supported us. Very good, clear, we are done. Next. Then there is the message of peaceful coexistence. I am because we are. So now I saw there was this question related to para 3, right? Though there was not direct reference, but this particular statement was being given. So you see how I am relating to the answers. How is it really helping me to understand well? So there is this message of peaceful coexistence. That means that we should like coexist. We should exist with each other in a peaceful manner. Okay, I am because we are. So nature provides every creature a chance to exist. However, the existence of one creature or being depends on the existence of the other. So the tiger eats the antelope. Without the antelope, the tiger wouldn't survive. Likewise, without tigers, the overabundance of antelope would cause them to starve to death. So this particular passage, what is it, sorry, this particular paragraph, what is it talking about? It is talking about the fact that we need to like exist with each other in a harmony. All right, this is what it is saying, that I am existing today because like you are existing. That means that tiger is existing today because of antelope, because now the tiger is doing what? Like the tiger is eating an antelope. So there is what? There is codependence. Okay, that is what I am because we are. That means that I am existing because now we are existing. So you got the meaning here. Okay, next. I wonder if you have noticed that when birds or squirrels see a predator, they give out an alarm call to their fellow creatures of the lurking danger. Lurking, there was this question. And now here vocabulary is playing its role. You can come to the right answer. How? If you know what is the meaning of lurking. And I've been saying this in all my sessions. Vocabulary is important, people. Just work on that, alright? It's pretty important. So lurking means hiding, right? That means hiding, and here it basically means the hidden danger. All right. So herein, there was this question related to squirrels. There was this question related to birds, wherein it is so contextual. So it is talking about the fact that whenever they see a predator, who is a predator? A predator is one who is going to attack you. All right. That who is just making the entire trap to attack you. So now they are saying that whenever they see any kind of a predator, they always like they give a alarm call to their fellow creatures, okay, of the hidden danger. They put themselves in danger to save the life of others. Many animals like the salmon usually die after they spawn. Spawn as in like after they give out the eggs. Okay. And next, I wonder if you've noticed that when birds or squirrels see a predator, they give out, okay, so we are already done with that. Okay, so one life extinguished for the betterment of others is a small price to pay. That's what it is talking about, right? Pretty an easy one. You're getting the meaning, okay? Now, the snow melts in the warmth of spring to give birth to fresh green leaves. In autumn, these leaves age into shades of gold, only to be buried in the cold grave of winter. So, what do you see? Like everything is so codependent on each other. That is what the real nature we are talking about. That is the nature of the nature, right? Like one is ending, the other is beginning, right? This is what is happening. And then change is inevitable. Now again semicolon, what does this mean? This means the sooner we embrace this, the better it is for us. So that means that change is a part of life which you cannot ignore, right? And here he says we must also understand that even in pain there is growth. Yes, if you cut a hole in the tree, right, it will grow around it. No matter what may come in its way, a river will continue to flow. So this is what it is saying, that no matter whatever is happening, the life will keep on going on. Similarly, no matter what grief may break your heart, nature teaches us a lot of things, that life goes on. This is the teaching that we come to know, right? I hope you all are understanding this. Now, keep in mind, life isn't about making list and trying to be one step ahead of others. So it is saying that life is not only about like just listing out the things that you want to do and just keep on moving ahead. It is about to live, to take a break, stop, no, sorry, take a break, stop being a workaholic. Okay, this is the word workaholic, right? This is something that's been given because this is what? It's a combination of work plus alcoholic, right? So, and smell the roses. Do whatever makes you feel happy, and most of all, spend some time with nature to pick up invaluable lessons. So, you understood. I did complete the meaning with the underlining of all the important points, right? And what did I do? Like I summed it up in like 7 to 8 minutes, and we are now done. Now coming to the questions, you have to read the question again, and then you have to pick the underlined statement that you did, and you have to come to the right answer. Such an easy thing. It's all about comprehending the reading. It's all about understanding the reading. Let's move ahead. See, according to the nature, what is the greatest lesson? Balanced in our emotions, partial to joys in life, afraid of happiness, indifferent to fears. No, this is the right answer. The first one is the right answer, right? You get that so well because it was talking about the equilibrium. Now, if you don't know, like if you didn't know the meaning of equilibrium, how would you have answered this? That's why I tell you all. Please work on vocabulary, okay? Next question. Now, there was a dialogue, with reference to paragraph 2. What does it say? Like herein, as I said, it was talking about I've done well for myself in school. I'm the best they have. I can get admission anywhere. This is my moment. So somebody is really boasting about the qualities that he or she possess, right? So it is saying congratulations, but remember, now there was that particular point which was saying what? Like become strong despite our weakness? No. Like to be kind and supportive towards everyone? No. Respect the origins from where we have grown. So that means we should like keep grounded. That particular sentence told you that we should keep grounded, and that is what it is saying. We should respect the origins from where we come from. Now, nurture ourselves well from the beginning. Of course, no, that's not mentioned. Now, moving ahead. Choose the option that best says I am because we are. Tigers are dependent on antelope? No. Antelope are dependent on tigers? No. Humans are dependent on animals? No. Everyone is dependent on each other. That is right. You come to the right answer. How? Because you understood what was the statement therein talking about and you underlined it so well. Right. Now, what qualities do the birds and squirrel display when they warn each other of possible dangers? Now, what does that show? What does that show? Observation skills and alertness? No. Tendency to get easily frightened? No. Selfless assistance to help others? Yes, maybe. Or determination to protect themselves? No. So this seems to be the right answer. Selfless assistance. That even like you're putting yourself in danger. There is that statement, right? There was that statement that they put themselves in danger, saving the life of others. So what is that? That is such a selfless assistance. That means you're not caring about yourself, you're helping others without thinking that you're going to be in the danger. You came to the right answer pretty easy. All right, so the 4 marks are in. Now select the option with the underlined words that can suitably replace lurking. Now the policeman pulled up the person who was wandering aimlessly. That means he was roaming. Wandering means roaming. So this is wrong. And next, the policeman was caught on camera while pouncing with force. Pouncing is like that you are just jumping on somebody, okay, which is wrong. Now, the thief was walking boldly into the house, thinking it was devoid of residents. So that means walking boldly, as in like there was that movement, okay, without any fear. Again, wrong. So lurking, what did I tell you? Lurking means the hidden danger it was talking about therein. So the thief knew that remaining hidden was the best strategy to avoid being caught. That is the right answer. Here comes the use of your vocabulary. Make sure you are taking part into the vocabulary world. Keep on learning a lot, guys. Moving ahead. A portmanteau words. We saw workaholic, right? You noticed it there only. So for that, you should know what are these words, and it has been explained here so well. It's a blend of words. When two words, two proper words, they are being joined together. So here coexistence, they are not two words. It is just co in existence. Okay. So co here is working as what? It is working as a prefix, but not as a proper word. Then full grown, they are the compound words, okay? They are not the portmanteau words because they are not existing together. If there is this hyphen in between, it is never a portmanteau word, all right? So this is wrong. Flourish is just one single word, okay? Now workaholic, as I said, is a combination of work plus alcoholic. Okay, this is how you come to the right answers. Now, select the qualities from paragraph 3. We read it so well, right? Which we want us to imbibe. What does it say? Like acceptive, passionate, emotional, resilient, or perceptive. So what do we have to be? Like herein it is talking about that you have to be acceptive for sure. Then you have to be resilient as well. And you have to be perceptive as well. Okay. It doesn't talk about being passionate or emotional. And you can come to the right answers herein in these options only and only if you know the meanings of all the words that are right in front of you all. Okay. Moving ahead. Which of the following is shown by changing of seasons? The beauty of nature, no. Nature's creativity, no. All seasons are equal, no. Nothing lasts forever. This is what we see towards the end of the passage. And that's the right answer. Okay? What does the writer advise in paragraph 6? Indulging in competition with others, we don't see anywhere in paragraph 6. Making priority lists, no. Taking life seriously, no. Having free time for ourselves, yes, that is what it says, no. Just take a break from your work life, okay, and stop being workaholic and just see that nature can teach us a lot of things. That is what we understood. Now, choose the option that lists the quote best expressing the central idea. Now, for that, you will have to choose one of the quotes. One is nature. She pardons no mistakes. Her yeah is yeah and her nay is nay. Nowhere it is talking about this, that nature is not forgiving in nature, or nature like like once you have behaved badly with nature, nature is not going to give you back. That never happens. So that is wrong, okay? Let's read C. Nature never deceives us. It is we who deceive ourselves. Okay, somewhere you can like relate. Okay. All the ugliness of the world can best be forgotten in the beauty of the nature. Nowhere it is talking about that you are getting the healing power from nature. Of course, that is one of the qualities, but that is nowhere reflected in the passage that we read. Instead, like now looking at the B part, look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. This is what it is talking about. So we are negating C and D now. All right, I told that C somewhere could be the answer, but no. Why? Because the most appropriate answer is your option number B, which is saying that you have to look deep into the nature. How do I come to know? Because the very end of the passage was talking about what? That you just take a break from your life and look into the nature, because that is going to give you a lot of lessons. So guys, what did we do? Like in total, you can say that we have taken like 15 minutes, okay, in solving this entire passage. Okay, I explained to you also it took a little bit of time, but like in 15 minutes you could be done with it if you're concentrating well. That's how you need to go ahead with the questions. Of course, you guys are not supposed to go ahead with all the questions. You had to like attend only like a number of questions that was being given to you, because the internal choice is going to be there. So that's how you read. All right, you don't have to panic. Okay, you don't have to, you have to underline all the important points, and you have to focus on the content. You have to not draw any kind of conclusion outside the given passage. We didn't do that. Okay, and we have very clearly filled and corrected the correct answers. That is the thing. Okay, keep all these points in your mind. If you need to go through your reading comprehension correctly, please try to understand. As I said, devote proper time in just comprehending the meaning and underlining the points after you have gone through all your questions correctly. Okay, I hope that's clear to everybody right there. Okay, now we are moving to our next passage, which is again an important one, and factual passages. Okay, you have to be very keen. All right, you have to be very keen, and you have to be very much focused, guys. All right, when you are dealing with this passage, because it only deals with the numbers, it only deals with the facts, and if you are not understanding those facts clearly, you are going to be in problem. All right, now again, see, like this is something given to all of you. Again, we are going to follow the same strategy. And what is that? Let's go to the questions. Now, what are the questions? Based on your understanding of the passage, answer any six. So, six questions have to be answered out of eight. Again, internal choice would be there, and that's a plus point for us. Okay. So you see that internal choice would be given. So what is the question? Question number one. The purpose of the research by Publishers Association was to study the dash. Choose the correct option. So what do you see? That there is some research which is being done by Publishers Association, and you have to look for its purpose. You got the very question. Moving to the next question. Okay. You are supposed to not read the options, guys. Don't do that. Alright, just read the main question, because you need to get an idea. If you're reading the options at that time when you're just going through the question, that is going to just waste your time. Don't do that. All right. Now, moving to the next question. What is the same? Question number 12. Select the option that is true for the two statements given below. So, in a way, it is true or false kind of thing. All right. You have to look for the reason and the result. So the revenues generated at the box office have increased, all right, and majority of the top films in the UK are based on published material. What do you see? This is something that is taken exactly from the passage. For this, you have to be very contextual. You have to see like what is true and what is not true. You got this right, and this is given in your given entire passage, no particular reference. Next question. Select the option that gives the correct meaning of the following statement. So there is one statement given. The sales of the book in 2017 alone accounted for 23% of sales since 1992. And this seems to be a bit technical, right? So you have to just decode the meaning correctly for this one. So now you know there's a statement that's been given right from your passage. You have to read it. Next question. According to the research, the films based on books have greater success. Now you know, like films based on books have greater success. Therein, if you're gonna find it, obviously you're gonna find it in your passage. You have to just underline it. Next, select the option listing what the given sentence refers to. Films adapted from books who tend to have a richer, more fully developed story to draw on. So there is something related to this. You have to work on this too, right? Next, on what from the following were the maximum TV serials in UK in the year 2017 based? So you have to look at the data of 2017, and you have to tell that on what the maximum TV serials in UK were based on. Okay. Next question. This passage lists an example providing the TV dramas based on literary works. So now we are going to look for TV dramas based on literary works. Okay, you got the idea? So well, moving ahead. The last question. According to the correct option to answer the following, sorry, choose the correct option to answer the following. According to paragraph 5, so we have this reference based question, right? There's a two-way relationship between books and the screen. So you have to decode the meaning. So what do you understand from the given questions of your factual passage? We understand that here you need to understand the language, because language is talking in its data analysis form. So what do you see? Factual passages would be like a bit more analytical, a bit more data based, wherein you will have to understand the language correctly. That is how you can come to the right answer. Okay. So now let's go back to our passage and let's decode what it's talking about. Okay. So starting, research from the Publishers Association has shown that films based on books take 44% more at the box office revenue in UK and 53% more worldwide than original screenplays. The report explores what impact a book has when adapted for film and TV. So what is the purpose? That is so clearly given here. What is the report talking about? What is the research talking about? Alright, you get an idea. It is talking about what? It is talking about the impact of a book, okay, when it is like adapted for your TV or your film, okay, when it is actually telecasted on your screen. You got that so well, right? We are now moving ahead. The report reads, now what is the report saying? Published material is the basis of 52% of top UK films. So you got a data here. Like, published material is the basis of 52% of top UK films in the last 10 years and accounts for an even higher share of revenue from these leading performance at 61% UK box office gross and 65% of worldwide gross. So now what do we see? We are talking about the revenue generated by the movies, okay, which were being based on the book. So like in UK, what exactly is the percent of the growth, and like through worldwide, sorry, and in the worldwide, what exactly is the percent of revenue that is being generated? You got the numbers here, and somewhere the questions are talking about it, so you're gonna highlight it here. Okay. Now, the Hollywood adaptation of My Cousin Rachel was shown to have a significant impact on the sales of the Daphne du Maurier thriller. The sales of the book in 2007 alone accounted for 23% of sales since 1992. This is the statement that was being given. What do you understand? The sales of the book in 2017. Decode the meaning. That is the task in your very factual passages, case-based factual passages. So the sales of the book in 2007 alone accounted for 23% of sales since 1992. What does that mean? That means that after 1992, it was only in 2017 that the sales of book was like 23% more. Okay, I hope you all got that. Now moving ahead, the research suggests that adapted films tend to perform better because films can leverage the popularity of well-known books through an existing audience. What does it mean? Like, it is talking here about the fact that the books, okay, like books have already got an audience, and when you're telecasting it, definitely the audience of the books is coming up and the rest of the audience would also come up. Okay, so that would do what? That is going to like increase the sales, that is going to increase the popularity as well of the telecasting movie. So films adapted from books also tend to have a richer, more fully developed story to draw on. In terms of TV adaptation, it was revealed that a quarter of dramas were based on literary sources and attracted a 56%, okay, of larger share of the audience. Guys, you have to just keep underlining. This is what I tell you, okay? Then those based on original script. So 14 of the 35 high-end series, okay, in the UK in the period between Jan and September 2017 were based on books compared to 7 based on true stories or historical events and 5 based on pre-existing films or TV stories. So a proper data has been given here. Okay, herein everything is written for all of you guys, but in your examination you can have a proper data in front of you as well. That could be the case. Okay, now, in case of the 2016 BBC broadcast, what do you see? The Night Manager research revealed that while the novel was in circulation for over 25 years, 82% of the copies it sold were in 2016 and 17. Why? Because of the adaptation of the film. A lot of people come to know that this is literally an amazing movie, and the copies they were being sold too much because of the film adaptation. Okay, sales of the paperback edition remained strong in 2017 even after the series went off the air. All right, so this is what it is talking about. What did we see? Somewhere it was talking about the sales in 2017, like how did they increase. So you have to understand the entire data that's been given here, that like over 25 years this was the particular novel, The Night Manager, and it was just going on and on. All right, the series went off air, but the book, okay, it was just like reaching mass because of the movie. Okay, now moving ahead, so what do we see in conclusion? The report states, now comes the conclusion, there's a strong two-way relationship between publishing and the wider creative economy. Why? You get the meaning from the previous paragraph. What is that? That because of the movie coming in, the copies were now reaching to a lot of people. And earlier in one of the paragraphs, it was so clearly mentioned that because of the book, the movie, it was literally getting a lot of people. I mean, it was getting a response from a lot of people. So, wherein a successful adaptation often has spillover effects and gives a substantial boost to the sales of the original book. Okay, so 338 words. You see that how many words would be there for all of you in case, of course, if your case-based factual passage is coming. So we got everything. We know the source as well. You understood. Now you know what was the purpose. Variety in films and TV shows? No, it wasn't talking about the variety. All right, impact of films on books? No. Choice of books for filmmaking? No. Connect between books and films? That is the result. That is what you see the purpose. What is the connection between the books and the film? That they are totally dependent upon each other. Okay, that's what you have to understand. The entire gist is talking about this. So we didn't draw any conclusion out of the content. We kept it so intact. Okay, I hope that's clear to everybody. Now, select the option that is true for the two statements. Okay, what are the two statements? The revenue generated at the box office have increased. Majority of the top films in the UK are based on published material. That is why the revenues have increased. So basically, what exactly are we saying? One is the reason for two? No. One is independent of two. That means like the very one point has got no connection with the second option. When it says no, like this is independent of this, that means that they both are existing independently. They are not dependent on each other. That is also not the thing. One contradicts two, that means one is completely opposite of two. No, but one is the result of two. That is the thing. That one, the very point that the revenues generated at the box office have increased. Why does that happen? That happened because of the majority of the top films in the UK are based on published material, and a lot of people have read about it, so they already have got an audience. You know how I'm relating? Because I read it. You used your cognitive skills, guys. In your factual passages, you have to be very keen in knowing all the numbers, in knowing all the things that are being mentioned. Okay, I hope that's clear to everybody. Moving ahead, the sales of the book in 2007 alone accounted for 23% of all the sales since 1992. So is it saying there were 23% higher sales in 2017 than previous years? No, nowhere it sees, it mentions like this. The sales were limited to 23%. No, it is not talking about being limited. That is wrong. Okay, there were very few books sold in the previous years. No. Instead, it is talking about one of the very important things, that is a major chunk of sales happen in 2017. This is the entire thing. If you wanted, you could have selected this one. A, if B would not have been given. But what is the most appropriate answer? B. How did you understand that? Because herein it is using the term alone, which is giving you a cut clear indication that in the year 2017, the sales were being increased to 23%. I mean that the major chunk of sales happened. So you have to keep that in your mind, that what is the appropriate. I always tell you all, please go ahead with the most appropriate option. And for that, you have to just keep your analytical mind on. Okay, that's how you go ahead with your factual passages. Now, according to the research, the film based on books have greater success. Why? Because people like to see the characters from the book on the screen. No, that is nowhere mentioned. Let's read the C part. It takes less effort for people to watch films than read books. Of course not. That is not mentioned. Okay, you are not coming to anything of your own. You are keeping your focus on the content that is being given. Now, the films get a ready-made script from the books. No. Instead, the films get the advantage of the fame of the books. That is what is given. Leverage. Right? That is the word that was being given. So you understand and you select the right answer. Next. Select the option listing what the given sentence refers to. Films adapted from books also tend to have a richer, more fully developed story to draw on. Read these points. The plot and the storyline of such films are better. Okay, alright. The characters are likely to be more vivid. Is it? Or the production of such films is meant for rich and famous. I don't think so. The settings and costumes are adapted from the book. Or the making of such films require the author to write a sequel. Is it? So what exactly is the right answer? The correct answer is your option number 1, 2, and 4. Now look at the options. Now we see option number 1. The plot and the storyline of such films are better. That is why the films want, okay, the films want them to be telecasted. That is the reason. Next, you have 4. All right. Just a moment, everybody. Yeah. So you have two. Yeah. So the characters are likely to be more vivid. That means the characters, they are going to be like a more vivid, as in more clearly prescribed and seen. Then you have 4. The setting and the costumes are adapted from the book. That is why it says the film adapted from books also tend to have a richer, more fully developed story to draw on. Okay, so what are you seeing, guys? We are decoding the meaning. Decoding the meaning is the actual trick to deal with your reading comprehension in case of your factual passages especially. Okay. Now, moving to the next question. On what from the following were the maximum TV serials in UK in the year 2017 based? So, historical stories, no. Original true stories, no. Previous films, no. It was books. That is so clearly given. Right? That is so clearly given in your entire passage. Now, this passage lists an example proving that TV dramas based on literary works have what? Select the correct option. Increase the sales of the book during the first screening, nowhere mentioned. Had no immediate impact on the sales of the book, again not mentioned. Had very little impact on the sales of the book, not mentioned. Increase the immediate sales of the book. That is what is given. Alrighty. Now coming to the very last question, choose the correct option from your option. Para 5. There's a two-way relationship between books and the screen. What does that mean? This is so because they revolve around the same stories. No. Cater to an audience with the same taste. Of course not. Belong to the creativity field. No. Gain from each other's popularity. Because in the previous paragraph, it was being mentioned that the series, I mean the copies of the book, they were being sold because of the popularity of the film. A lot of people wanted to read it, though the series was off air. All right. So this is how, guys, you deal with your reading comprehension. Keep all the points that I've shared with all of you in your mind. Keep all the tricks in your mind, and then you guys are good to go. Okay, it's not going to be really difficult if you are understanding what I'm telling you all. You have to improve your reading skills, guys. The more you read, why do I ask you all to read the newspapers, the Hindi newspaper and the editorial section of all these newspapers? Because you know that actually broadens your thinking skills. That actually broadens your analysis, your analytical scope, right? Like it basically tells you like how you need to go about it. All right. And the very ability to comprehend the meaning of anything that's being given right in front of you also increases. Okay, so guys, kindly make sure that you are following whatever I told you on. Just do your papers so perfectly whenever it is going to be whenever, I mean, you get a question related to your reading comprehension, always keep your calm, okay, and do not ever panic. Follow the tips that I've told you all and you are good to go. Okay. So moving ahead, guys, I would like to share with all of you Unacademy subscription features. We have got a lot of amazing features for all our dear and darling students. You get to learn live from the comfort of your home. Unlimited access to all the courses would be given. Top educators of India would be there on one single platform to guide you all well. Regular doubt clearing and answer writing sessions would definitely be there. Exhaustive coverage of the entire syllabus would also be there. Mentorship and guidance would definitely be there. Study material would be there in the form of PDF. Practice tests would be there. Live test series and batch courses. So you would have daily practice sections, weekly mock test series, live quizzes, daily MCQs, and subjective test series. So we are providing a lot to everybody right there for your good. Make sure you are going ahead with the best to make your life super duper easier, right? Moving ahead, we are coming up with amazing batches for all the students of class 9 and 10. We are going to start for class 9 prodigy batch for all the subjects, which is going to include your Hindi, your maths, your science, your social science, and English. Okay, and the starting date is 6th of December. Kindly enroll for your good. Do not miss this out, guys. This is literally going to be an amazing one wherein we are gonna target for your term 2. All right, then class 9 again, we have got the linguistic batch for everybody for Hindi, French, Sanskrit, and English. It is going to start right from 20th of December. Everybody definitely go ahead with this. You will have Hindi, you will have French, you will have Sanskrit, you will have English. All right, make sure you are enrolling for sure, and all the amazing educators would be there in order to guide you all. Now, moving ahead, we have got the Bugs Bounty for everybody right there. It's an opportunity for all the learners to report any inappropriate content in the video. Be the first one to report a particular issue to claim your prize and report any inappropriate content using the form which is given in the description below. Alright, so make use of it, make your life very easy. In case you see that there's something which is inappropriate being taught by the educator, you guys can report that and you're gonna have the prizes for that too. Moving ahead, guys, Unacademy Combat, everybody a free test and a chance to win scholarship worth rupees 1 crore plus. Okay, so don't wait to enroll for Unacademy Combat. Do it right away. Certificate of merit for top 25 rankers. Free live test on Android and app. Class 9 it is. The timing is 11 a.m. and it's gonna take place every Sunday. So guys, don't miss this out. This is for your good, for your practice. Because combat, whatever questions we have got for all of you, that is for your practice so that you guys don't miss out anything. Alrighty, people. Moving ahead, iconic subscription. You will have personal mentor, one-on-one interaction would be there, live dog solving sessions would be there, weekly reports would definitely be there, parent connecting, we are gonna connect with your parents as well. Study planner would definitely be there, and all the benefits of Unacademy subscription would also be a part of your iconic subscription. So guys, we have got different monthly plans for your iconic subscription. You all can go ahead with anything that suits you the best, be it like 48 months, 36 months, 24 months, 18 months, 15 months, 12 months, 9 months, 6 months, or 3 months. PSH10 is the code, guys. Make use of this code. It will give you straightforward 10% discount, will make your life easier. Discuss about this with your parents or with whomsoever you want to discuss this about, and go ahead. All right, because it really needs your very much attention, because you need the best for yourself. Okay, moving ahead, Unacademy free special class features, live real-time interaction using chat and emojis as the questions using the question tab, live poll options for quiz, and poll leaderboard, compete with your friends as well. Okay, so all these special classes, they are going to come up for all of you. Make sure that you all are staying tuned for the all the new classes that are going to be there. Okay, don't miss out anything that can help you all score good marks. So everybody, thank you so much. Kindly subscribe the channel, hit the bell button. If you haven't subscribed it yet, then kindly do it. This is for your good. This is for your upliftment in your life, okay? And do not forget to like the session and share it with your friends for sure. All right? Help each other, guys, okay? And you can always find the PDFs of all the important sessions in the link which is given in the description below. Okay, so I'll catch you all soon, guys. All the best for your boards. Keep nailing in all the subjects. And of course, you guys are gonna nail in English for sure, right? 40 on 40 is the target, right? Okay, so let's crack it, guys. Take care and bye-bye.